welcome back to Killroy Creates with me, Killroy. Um, it has been a long time since my last video because I have actually been moving, so I got a little distracted, been busy, but we are good to go now, and I want to continue work on this project. I really don't remember where we left off on this project before, but if I didn't show it, I have this now. I believe this was done on live stream, and it is basically just going through, gathering up the wheat from these two different platforms here, and dropping them onto this conveyor that is getting sorted. Now, next on this project I would like to do, which hopefully I will do today, is get these items processed. We need to be creating dough out of this wheat and combining it with the green dye from the cacti farm and creating our Slimeless Slime Farm. So hopefully we can get all of that done today. We can finally get through this project and I can move on to the next thing because there's so many different things I want to do. So let's go ahead and get started on that. Alright, well, what you see before you is the results of a surprisingly productive stream. I actually got a lot more done than I was expecting to, and we kind of have all the machinery done and in place. So let's just run through and see what everything is, what it's all doing. First of all, where it was getting pulled out right here and just sorted into these chests, they are now getting moved up the conveyor belt up to here, and up here they get divided into wheat and seeds. The wheat is thrown down into here to be milled, while the seeds are actually just launched over to here. I was trying to find a way to use a chute or have the conveyor do something special. No, it's easier to just fling the seeds across. Whoop, there we go. See, perfect. Once the flour or the wheat is ground down, it creates wheat flour, but as you can see, it has a 25% chance of also producing some wheat seeds. So they are once again filtered out right here, where the seeds are all coming over to the side. It's kind of hard to show this spot because there's fans knocking me off. But all of the seeds end up getting composted into here. They get stored up in this chest of this overflow, and from this chest get moved over into the auto crafter that makes them into white dye. Now for the other side, the wheat flour is moving along here. There is encased fans blowing water onto the wheat flour until it turns it into dough. And I have a filter set up on this grass tunnel so that only dough will go through. So it'll stop the conveyor until this first piece is dough, and then it'll let it through. So once it's dough, it just gets pushed into the chute, falls down into here, where we will then ship white dye and dough all the way over to the cactus farm, where it'll be combined with the lime dye? No, green dye. Yes, cactus makes green dye. You mix that with the white dye to make lime dye, and then mix lime dye with the dough to make slime balls. So right now we're just building up some little bridges to take over the minecarts full of these so that it can all be processed. So let's go ahead and finish putting the rails onto this. Okay, and as you can see, it's all backed up right now, but it will drop white dye into here, where it'll mix with this dye. It'll pop out the lime dye, which will feed into this crafter right here. This will be the drop off for the dough. and then everything will get dropped into this hopper, and the output will be in this chest, which I cannot open because this cannot be a solid block. Let's change that. Okay, got this switched out with glass so that we can actually look in the chest. And we're gonna go ahead and build out this kind of track right here out of the andesite scaffolding. And this will be the line for the dough to come in. Now for this one, it's gonna run kind of parallel to the white dye line. But I want this one to be up just a little higher. If I can... How do I... No, wait. Let's go over here. Oh, I messed up. Aha! Okay. I want this to go a little higher so that there's just a little bit of... You can kind of see both the carts going at the same time, a little more depth to it. And the reason why we're running this up above the streets and not doing it underground or just on ground level is purely for aesthetic reasons. I just want to be able to see minecarts running back and forth, because if you remember, the whole idea with this area is that it will be kind of this large, horrible mess of contraptions and piping and minecarts and just mechanisms in general. I mean, this is going to be kind of a steampunk metropolitan nightmare, and we're all for it. So let's go ahead and get this built up in kind of a twisty, driving over itself way, and see kind of how it looks. Start testing it out. We have the minecart tracks built. We have the rails laid on top. I think I've got the powered rails laid out in a way that the carts are going to make it, and they're going to make it quickly. We have the little offloading stations here. Now all we need to do is connect up the backside of the crafters to our steam engine over here. And it just so happens that this is all lined up pretty well. So I think if I use my boat, because trying to do this while swimming was really annoying me, but I should be able to just connect that. Then, oh, maybe I can't do this in a boat. Okay, just keep going this way, and we need one more gearbox right here. Yes. Then boom, 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 and the whole thing kicks to life. Oh, we got green dye made already. I don't have this conveyor powered. Wait, hang on. Wait, I think if I just... Yeah, there we go. Okay. That... Do I need a funnel? Yes. Then that's combining with that. Slime ball. This is it. The first auto-crafted slime ball. Complete. Oh. No, wait. Complete. There we go. Completely automated? Yes. So this came from cactus, from wheat, from... I'm already seeing some issues. But this came from cactus and some wheat. And using almost exclusively items from the Create mod, we were able to craft slime balls. And I'm happy. This is going to be great. We need to stop whatever's happening here from happening. I think I just need to... Wait. Oh, you know what? I think there's a trapdoor in this hopper or something. Oh no, this is... Huh. What's happening here? Okay, hang on. I'm going to experiment and figure out what's going on. Okay, we found the issue. One, I think in that last clip, I was putting green dye, or the lime dye, into here, which is wrong. That needs to be white dye. And it needs to empty into an inventory. So just putting a chest right here, and then an andesite funnel to pull out of the chest seemed to fix the issue. Now, I don't yet have the minecarts running. I just need to go over and place them when they are ready. But for now, let's just throw in white dye here and some dough here to kind of simulate things. And check this out. It is turning that into lime. That is getting thrown down through here. That gets combined with the dough and moved down, and we're producing slime already. Now, we have a lot of inventory to get through. The only thing I'm concerned about with this is the white dye, because at the moment, I'm only getting white dye from the wheat seeds from the farm, and I just don't think we're going to be able to compost seeds into white dye at a volume fast enough that can keep up with this. Now, I do have a large stockpile of wheat seeds right now in here. I mean, we have all of this. So this is gonna keep us good for quite a while. Actually, I think if I do this, that'll just kind of throw wheat seeds onto the track when it can, right? Yeah, okay, that should be good. And do I have another one of these? I don't. Well, okay. So this will just kind of be slowly trickling in extra seeds. Eventually, I don't know, maybe we'll divert some of the wheat to bone meal as well. That might help rates. This dude, he's real fascinated with the process. I think he should be a baker. That's what he really wants. He just loves watching the dough get created. It feels dangerous to let him hang out up there, but you know what? Go for it, guy. But now we just need to take our hopper minecarts. We'll go one right here and one right here. And the idea is just that they're gonna pick up items, the hoppers. They're gonna grab just a handful from here and drop them off over at the manufacturing area. If they're not picking up enough to keep up with demand, we'll add a timer or a proper pickup system, but I think this will be fine for now. We'll see. So a quick update of something I found kind of interesting. I ran into a huge problem with the unloaders that I spent quite a while trying to figure out, in that they weren't actually stopping. The machine wasn't shutting down. It was just automatically sending back the minecart without it unloading. And originally there was just one hopper, but the problem was this intake was so slow that the hopper would be filled up, but the minecart would be empty. And I wanted the minecart to go back, but the minecart was waiting for the hopper to empty. So I moved it up one and just had a hopper on top of this hopper. But apparently two hoppers, like a hopper will pull out of the top hopper at the same time that the top hopper is... Okay, hang on, I'll demonstrate. Look. So when you have two hoppers, then items go out two at a time. See, watch, you go 8, 6, 4, 2, 0. Because this hopper is pulling down and this hopper is pushing down. So in one tick, two items are going. So the items are moving out of this one, or they were moving out of it so fast that the unloading system didn't have time to detect that anything was even in here. So it was just automatically sending it out. It would pull two and send it out before anything actually happened. So we had to put a chest in the middle to kind of throttle it. Because if you see, when it has a chest, under it, it goes down one at a time. So we actually had to do that, upping the whole thing, moving the whole thing up by one, so that we could throttle the speed between hopper, chest, and then hopper to load it into this. And that seemed to work pretty well. Also, my fears about the white dye are confirmed. This is pretty much always empty, barely any comes through, and we've already burned through all of those seeds that was in that chest over there. So we're gonna need to find a new source of bone meal. But on the upside, just the time I've spent over here working on all of this, we've gotten over 4 stacks of slime now. I mean, we are making great progress. Also, if it tells you anything about the condition that I'm in, during this project, I completely ran out of iron. My iron farm is really not producing like anything. It should be in range. I've upped my simulation distance. Options, set it, whatever. But that really isn't producing anything. I have fully run out of iron. I ran out of gold to make the powered rails, so I had to get real strategic with their placement. This is the last of my iron. These 10 pieces, that's the last of it. I'm totally out of gold, and on top of all of it, I'm out of food. I mean, I'm about to starve to death. I'm about to genuinely starve because I don't have any food. There's a poisonous potato. I have a couple glowberries. Yep, this is where we are at right now. So a lot needs to be done still. A lot. Well, I think we are going to wrap it up there. We have made fantastic progress today and have fully completed the Slimeless Slime Farm. We're gonna have a lot of work to do in the future as far as increasing the white dye production, which we increased it a little bit already just by adding a large cog there and a small one here to double the speed. I found that one throttle was just the speed that the bone meal was being turned into dye in the first place, but we're gonna need to heavily increase production past that. So we'll figure that out in the future, possibly another farm. I'll think on it some. And we need to decorate this because I don't want just this big ugly mess of conveyors right here. We'll put up a large structure around this and actually create a little more of a proper looking factory. But for now, I think that's all of this guy. He's just been enjoying it the whole time. Super fascinated with this process. But I think we're gonna go ahead and end there. I'm gonna have to figure out what project I want to work on next. Possibly a larger iron farm, maybe a gold farm. We'll just have to figure it out. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.